biggest things that I went through during my competition part of the trip was going through my weight cut. It's been a long time since I cut a lot of weight for a competition, and it was something that I kind of had to re-go through because your body's totally different over 5 years or so. And in IBJJF, you have to weigh in day of, so it's not really conducive to go drop 20 pounds of water and then try and compete. Although sometimes you're going to have to manipulate the water retention and sodium and stuff like that just to be able to be as dry as you can be with being as hydrated as you can be as well. So the biggest thing was I did a 23-pound weight cut over the course of about 25 days. So in order to do that, I paid attention to a lot of different stuff, and I did a lot of research in the process. I paid attention to my overall calories and how much I thought I could eat while still performing well in the gym and getting good training and not being so malnourished that I was getting injured. I also paid attention to my water so that I had the option to drop some extra water if I needed to. And then I also paid attention to the idea of muscle maintenance. Sometimes when you're kind of going on the starvation style diet, you want to make sure that you're going to retain that muscle, because cutting weight to get down to a lower division is so that you can be stronger than the people there. And if you don't retain your muscle, then that's kind of obsolete. So I found that I was actually able to perform very well, and it wasn't too strenuous as far as the diet, to go at about 750 to 1,000 calories a day, working down to that. And my meals kind of consisted of maybe a shake in the morning, maybe some carbs in the morning. At about 6 o'clock, I woke up and I did a lot of cardio, got a little food in me. Then I would train at 9 a.m. and then again usually at noon or 6 p.m. And then I just kind of fasted during the day, and I would eat a lot of lean foods at night, just chicken breasts, a little bit of carbs post-workout, but egg whites, and relied on shakes a lot. So it's a pretty Spartan diet, but I found that I didn't get weaker and I was able to kind of maintain during that time. The other thing was the cardio that I did in order to kind of maintain my muscle as well, and I recommend this to anybody, is I use the rowing machine for my cardio. That gets a lot of full body. It gets push in your legs so that you're working your legs, you're working your back, you're working your biceps. It's not, you're not getting a lot of push up top, but it's a great overall workout in the back and the core and stuff like that. So you're still working your muscles without having to be, on the weights and stuff like that. So I found that to be a big plus while I was doing that. So the weight came off. I still wound up having to shed a few pounds day of, but I was drinking like 2 gallons of water, gallon and a half of water. With that amount of training, that's actually not excessive, considering you should probably be drinking about a gallon of water anyway if you're training weights. So to up that while you're sweating that much, training 4 hours a day wasn't that crazy, but it did give me some extra water that I was able to shed pretty easily at the end to make up the few pounds that I couldn't make up during my diet. So that's just kind of a brief idea of it. If you have any questions, you get in touch with me, put it in the comments below. If it's your first time, I might be able to help you out. I logged everything, so that's going to help me out in future weight cuts. And it was just something that I wanted to mention and talk about, IBJJF style weight cutting.